So without further ado, we will start. I guess we'll start with the top five females. As we normally do, we're gonna go 5 to 1. You want to start first?
Yeah, I definitely start first.
For sure. We're gonna start off with the crazy list, and then we'll get more traditional. A crazier list, and then a more traditional list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start the list off though with my girl Bonnie Jury at
Okay.
number five, coming in strong. Bonnie Jury, um, is probably the most influential female character to me in my top five abilities because of her devil fruit ability. The fact that she could touch you and change her age probably makes me think that she's a lot older than what we think she is.
Right.
And I'm putting her, man. I've been putting these pieces together for a while, but I'm putting her at this top five slot, not just because she saved Zero from getting shot, well, from killing Charlos, but
Mm-hmm.
because of her devil fruit ability and just because of how mysterious she is. I also think, hear me out first, all right? I also believe Kuma might be her son.
I know
However,
she had something to do with being like I feel like she had something to do with being around like the celestial dragons and all that kind of stuff because how she
yeah,
snuck in.
I'm 100% positive that Bonnie is like a queen or a princess of some sort that's
Yeah.
been living for a long
Mm-hmm.
time that left her castle. Kind of like what's his name, King Raikou from Dressrosa. I think it's
Right,
like
right, right.
it's something going along those lines. It's coming into play that we won't find out yet. But I'm 100% positive that it might be something inside there. But that's my top five coming in for that first list is Bonnie Jury.
So for my number five, I have Reiju,
Ooh,
Sanji's sister. When she first introduced herself off bat, we knew she had potential with what she did to my guy Luffy.
hands down,
But no,
ass whooping.
off bat now she's a more complex character than it kind of seems like at face value. Because of what what all went on with Sanji's backstory with his brothers and his dad and all that kind of stuff. But you find out that she's the only one who basically does have compassion for him, and she's the one who set him free. So I respect her, in that sense, and not to mention she's like cold as hell. She can fight, so that's my number five. So y'all will see y'all will understand why. Come on now.
Also, that's my number four. So Reiju
Gotcha. There we go. Perfect
comes in at it. It's a
segue.
direct segue into it. She is
Man.
when she came on the scene just from the fact that she could protect. She came in on the list not because of her abilities, but because of her beauty and her kindness to me. If I got my shirt somewhere, that's almost waifu. She's not up there, but she in like the top 10 slots. But Reiju, she from protecting Sanji and feeding him, not giving in to that peer pressure per se, being that mother that Sanji didn't have because her mom died, but as well as showing that tough
Mm-hmm.
love to him because she doesn't want to get kicked out the family. Her stuff just comes into play, and it shows how caring of a person she is, especially for those who she considers close to her, i.e., her brothers and her family. Like I'm pretty sure we're gonna see her again really soon.
I hope
And
so, man.
yeah, I'm hoping we see her at least for some big fight coming up inside the future. I hope so. We we have probably, I don't know, another 5 or 7 years left for One Piece. So yeah.
So for my number four, believe it or not, she's moved on to my list. She definitely wasn't on here at first, but after like going through and rewatching it, it is Nico Robin. I'm like absolutely falling in love with that character from how she was in the beginning to how she kind of just came on to the crew and you weren't really sure of her motives, and then you kind of find out her backstory and what is it, Ohara and all of that kind of stuff with the Lost Century,
the Lost Century,
and all of
the
that
Void
kind of
Century,
stuff.
yeah, the Void Century,
The Void Century and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And her character really starts to become a lot more important as you get further along in what she brings to the table, from from the archaeological standpoint and how we're gonna need her for the poneglyphs and all that kind of stuff. Her overall development from not really being trusting and all that kind of stuff, kind of because of what happened when she was growing up, to kind of using crocodile, jumping on the straw hats, and then not really wanting to go on with her life, and basically like giving up, like, hey, this is the end for me, and then kind of like, hey, I want to
I want to
live. You know what I
live.
mean?
Oh my
That
god.
scene, iconic scene,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
god.
she's great, man, and Beauty, of course. Come on now, let's go.
Facts, facts. Number 3 on my list is coming in as a princess, and somebody who's gonna be greatly talked about real soon in the future. I'm hoping that we can get more of her, um, especially when it comes to her fulfilling her promise of what she asked, before. Before I said the name of this character, just know this princess might be my favorite princess out of all of them, and
Yeah.
she can hold her own with the big dogs. The Princess Vivi comes in at number
Okay.
3. She asks the
Okay.
Straw Hats, "Next time I see you, will I be able to join the crew?" And from that point on, I've always wanted her to just see them again somehow, some way. But I know she's linked. I know she has to be linked to the crew. Yes, exactly.
Ah, man.
You gotta have that X on at all times. She's linked to the crew forever, bro. Like, from a standpoint of having a princess who isn't. I look at the two categories. You have Shirahoshi, the damsel in distress, and then you have Vivi, who left her country, got into Baroque works with Crocodile as the leader, worked her way up to into the top 10 ranks. Like, she can hold her own, especially because that little thing she does when you spin around. Man, she a dog.
Man.
So somebody who's willing to sacrifice her own legs to get chopped off just so she could complete the mission to help save them when they were up on that little island on Little Garden. Like, man, Princess Vivi, number 3, 100%, hands down.
I feel it.
Which means my top
Okay.
2.
So for my number 3, I have, not with necessarily strength wise, even though after saying this, it's crazy, believe it or not, because I am so excited for next week's episode, because the reason I want, quick spoiler alert. The reason I wanted, not spoiler, but quick kind of side note. The reason I decided for us to do the podcast at 10 was because I kind of figured we do kind of like One Piece talks about like the new episodes and all that kind of stuff. We haven't really done that, but it's kind of come into play right now with the episode that just came on. Oh my god, like the very end of it. So this is for my number 3. How I said she was kind of, she's not weak, but she not necessarily like can like really do some shit like my top 2. Okay, so I can say it like that. So for my number 3 is Nami. She starts off.
Wait, hold on.
Listen,
He finally sees the power that she has to bring.
Listen. Oh my god. So I'm gonna talk about her character overall, and then I'm gonna talk about this episode and what I can't wait to see in next week's episode. So from her, kind of being a slave, basically a slave for Arlong, doing his bidding and all that kind of stuff, to not really trusting anybody else, doing what she had to do to save her people and all that kind of stuff. to finally trusting Luffy to be able to help her people, and to who she is now, to like, that's my captain, I'm a ride for him no matter what, no matter what's said, no matter what's done. So she's not, as far as fighting and all that kind of stuff, she's not like that, you know. I mean, let's be real. She's not like super cold or anything like that, but she's decent enough. But then she gets the tempo, weather tempo, and she gets a lot better as far as fighting and all that kind of stuff. The episode I just saw today, where she kind of goes basically the past two episodes, kind of crying and stuff, running from Ulti. If you don't know who Ulti is, if you haven't seen that so far, she's like this big super like dinosaur freak. She like smashes people with headbutt. That's what Luffy calls it, and she smashes people with her headbutt, using armament hardening on her forehead. So she goes around smashing people. So basically, she had a moment where she was smashing Nami's head in, because Nami was basically like, Luffy's gonna be the king of the pirates. No matter what you say, I'm not gonna like not say that. Even if you're gonna kill me, I'm still gonna say that shit. The episode that just happened today, at the very end, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode, Ulti hits Tama. So quick side note on that. I absolutely froze, 12. I could not. I was sick. I could not believe that shit, bro. Oh my god. I was like, where's Luffy? Because I need somebody to knock the shit out of this bitch for doing that shit. Like, how dare you? Come on, that's like my kid, like my little sister. Come on now, can't do that shit. So back to Nami. When she was the one who stepped up, and she had the basically like the dark face with the one eye holding the tempo after she struck her with the lightning, I'm like, oh dog, she is about to go crazy. She said, I cannot forgive anyone who would attack children. That's right. That's my girl. Let's go do it. So that's my number 3 right there, Nami.
He finally sees the power that Nami has to bring to the table.
Man, and that is my girl.
I only left her off of my list because I can't speak about what's going to happen in the future from what I've read. So I left her off the list because of that. But she is a hidden gem inside like a 2.5 for me.
Man, and she finna get fucking Zeus. So like, come on now, it's finna go crazy.
So number 2. You all know who I love, the flame fruit. So it has to only be right to put at this number 2 spot, and it's Yamato. Yamato was coming in at number 2 for me. Can we count Yamato as a female? We are, right? We are.
Funny as hell, yes, we are.
Okay. I gotta make sure of that. So, for those of you who have not caught up at all or are out there wondering who the hell is Yamato, it is this white-haired waifu god. But at the same time, like, she wants to be a son, but you're a daughter, so I can say this. She's bad as fuck.
Funny as hell.
I like she's bad as hell. So Yamato is coming in not because of fuck, it is because it's because of her beauty. It ain't your beauty, it's your busty. I mean your beauty. So the fact that she is the world's strongest beast daughter and wants to become a Straw Hat one day, beyond perfect. Like, everything it lines up perfect for her. Now, when we see the future, hopefully we all know what will happen, what might happen with Yamato, but just know it's something coming up. And I couldn't leave her off the list. Like, I had to leave Nami and Robin off the list because of what's coming up, but I could put Yamato right here because of speculation that we can have all together. Yamato is just a dog. Yamato is legit a dog. Like it's crazy. You you can't you there's no stopping Yamato when with this beauty beast. She was a friend of Ace, and then seeing and connected with Luffy immediately. I want to live out Ace's will, but at the same time be Kozuki Oden. Oh my gosh! If you guys don't got Yamato in your top list for waifu, you guys are doing something wrong.
Beforehand, but coming in at number 2, I have Kozuki Oden. My girl Yamato, man. Like, hey, listen, for everything the 12 said before, everything listed beforehand, she is cold as fuck. Like, even in just the glimpses that we've seen, pure beast. The kind of tease that they showed with whatever her power's gonna be when she was fighting that the green haired dude before Frankie came in and saved her. So she has. Ooh, shit, excuse me.
He finna.
She has, man, fucking up.
Heartburn.
She has, some shit, man. She has even more powers, like, in the tank that she's just reserving for whatever the right moment may be. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely excited to see what she brings in the future. So not just as far as, strength-wise, she's, as far as what I've seen, she's one of the top as far as strength, not strength and beauty and all that kind of stuff. As far as strength, she's one of the top females that I've seen, at least in One Piece so far. Besides who I'm guessing might be your number one. that's just my guess. I'm just throwing it out on a limb there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be. Yeah, she there, right? Yeah. No, she's cold as hell, bad as fuck, hands down, no question. Motherfucker fuck her ass and grab the horns and shit. Nah.
Freak man, yeah, that's me.
Oh man, have upset all kinds.
Yeah, man, no, I really fuck with her ass. I definitely can't wait until she joins the crew, because we already know she's going to join. Whenever they finally finish the Wano battle, we already know she's going to join the crew and go out with the Straw Hat. So I can't wait to see what she brings to the crew, going in the future. Because she basically wants to be Odin, and this is like her way of being Odin. Odin went with Roger the Raptor. She's gonna go with Luffy the Raptor. Bing pot connection right there.
So, as you know, we don't talk about things. I know his number one. He knows my number one. I could, if I could guess his number one, he could say mine immediately.
I bet.
And I'm already knowing it.
Yes. Easily.
Oh man! So my number one comes in at purely strength alone. There is no type of beauty connection to it that I would make. This is purely strength.
Each their own.
Yeah. Yes.
Considering the amount of children.
As we know, man. The list goes on.
Yeah, man.
So, coming in at my number one list, because I didn't want to put Robin up here. Robin would have been number one, hands down. My number one list is coming in strong at Big Mom. Big Mom is the strongest female pirate in existence. Not just because of her being a part of, Rox D. Zebek's pirate crew back in the day, but because she was there, she is a Emperor of the Sea, holds that title for now down really good. Things can definitely change, and she, man, like if you can take a person's soul and make your life long, like just how terrifying it is. You walk up to somebody like, "Hey, yo, little bitch, give me your little soul for 6 months." It's like, man, like you, you the first off call me
6 months worth of your life.
Damn. And then to think about it, it's like, all right, cool. I give her 6 months. I get power. Fuck it, that's a good trade. Like it's amazing. Big Mom comes in at number one, and plus she has a kind heart. Like if I'm pretty sure if Toma would have never like been friends of the Straw Hats and whatnot, um, Big Mom would have definitely never gained her memory back and would have stayed in the village forever. And for you, so side note, if you guys didn't catch up yet, Big Mom comes to Wano, drowns, washes up on seas, gets amnesia somehow, um, loses her memory and becomes Olin. And from that point, she meets Chopper, Toma, like all of them that who's not like the main fighters type thing, and eats red bean soup, which I really want to try one day. Still, I don't know why. It just sounds like it'd be good. But then becomes really good friends with Toma, and then to the present day, last week's episode showed just how caring she is for people that she loves and likes, whether or not she has gained her memories back or still didn't have them. She will protect anybody she deems friend to her, friend or family to her. And just watching her punch page one had no chance. Put it like that. Page one had zero chance. So Big Mom comes in strong for that, and you gotta love my top 5 list. So let's love my boy 16's top 5 list.
I am dead. So, with the clear and obvious in your face hints to my number one pick, it's obviously gonna be Boy Hancock. As far as beauty, power, just man, what I've seen unmatched with a slave arrow. And yes, she's the one who's gonna be with Luffy, the future king of the pirates. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care who else you try and put Luffy with. No, you wrong. He gonna be with Boa. Because I am gonna be the king of the pirates. I'm Luffy. That's my bitch. No, let me go playing. But yeah, she cold as hell. Like if you see everything that she does for Luffy, getting him into Impel Down, protecting his ass, basically after the war and all that kind of stuff, and basically having asylum for him and everything. She's legit. In the war, cold. She's not an emperor, but one of the 7 warlords. If I'm not mistaken, she's the only female warlord.
Amazon.
I believe. Yeah. She's the only female warlord, which is like Big Mama's the only female emperor. So that's basically the next step down. So as far as beauty and fucking power, unmatched. As far as power, it's obviously Big Mom. So that's you see the different sides of the list with that. So that's my number one, Boy Hancock, my girl.